Welcome everybody to Blogging for Profit. I'm Chris Stirring and I'll be your host today. Today we're going to be looking at Blogger.com. Blogger.com is our blogging platform that we'll be using for our example. But no, there are lots of other blogging platforms out there, WordPress and some of these others that you can work with as well. Blogger is pretty simple, so I like to start there and show you that. We're going to start at gmail.com, and the reason for that is it's just really easy to get set up with Blogger if you already have a Gmail account. So I wanted to kind of show you that process. If you don't already have a Gmail account, I highly recommend it. Gmail is just a fantastic way to be online and get all the kind of business apps and things that you need. So they have this nice little feature right up here in the upper right-hand corner with this little grid of squares, and you click on that, and it brings up for you some of the basic Google tools and things. Blogger is one of these, but it looks like we have to go into more. So here's Blogger right there. I'll just click on that, and this is going to ask me to log in. Hopefully I remember my password, and sign in there. And yeah, we'll go ahead and save that. Then it wants me to go ahead and create a Google Plus profile, or to just create a limited Blogger profile. Either option is absolutely fine. I'm going to go ahead and create the Google Plus profile and go from there. And I'll just continue this because there's nobody following me on this particular account. And let's see if there's anything in here that we want to follow. Well, music will be appropriate for us, so we'll follow music. And anything else there we want to do? No, so we'll just continue there. And we could put in some details there on our account, but I'm just going to go ahead and finish it so we can move on. And now we're at Blogger, so we'll continue to Blogger. And Blogger is where we're going to create the platform for our blogging for melodychain.com that we set up last week. So we're going to click on New Blog here, and we're going to put in a title of melodychain.com, and melodychain.blogspot.com is going to be the subdomain that's set up for us here. It's not how we'll find the site, because later on we'll actually connect it to our domain name that we purchased last week, and we'll be able to set it up that way. Now, from there we get to pick from some different templates. I typically just like the simple template as a starting point. It works well. I also have used Awesome Ink a lot, and that one's been pretty good. The others I'm not so fond of, but either way, let's go ahead and click on Awesome and create blog. Okay, so now this takes us to Google Domains, where if we hadn't already purchased a domain name, we could come here and purchase this domain through Google Domains, and it connects instantly. We'll do that a little bit differently later on, so we'll just say no thanks. Gives us some notifications up here as far as European law and privacy policies and things like that. Nothing we're necessarily worried about. And this overview page gives us some statistics, things like that for our blog. We can see you have a place where we can see our comments, published comments, page views, posts, and followers, and we get some basic information here. Under that, we can go to posts, and we can actually see all the posts that we've published, or we can create a new post. We can go to pages and see where we can create a page or new page. We can go to our comments and see our different comments there, whether they're published or spam. We can go back to our Google Plus profile page and see some details there. We can look at our statistics, see our audience and our page views, things like that. We can also look at posts, traffic sources, and such. We can look at earnings if we're connected to AdSense. We can look at our various campaigns and our layout. Now, layout is interesting. I like to look at layout initially because it gives us some good things that we can do. We can add a favicon, which is just a little icon that pops up, on your tabs up here, a little tiny box. We can add a navigation menu. We can put in a header. So we'll probably do some design work here on one of our upcoming calls, so that we can create a nice brand image for melodychain.com. But this kind of gives us some basic functionality that we can outline the structure of our blog. So we can add some gadgets. They call gadgets or little widgets here. I'll pull up some samples. You can add like an AdSense or a featured post, or if you had an affiliate code that needed to be in HTML or JavaScript, you could create one of those. You could create a profile, an archive page, and a lot of different little things like this: images, labels, pages, a list of links, a text box, popular posts, stats, a video bar, a blog list, follow us through email, an RSS feed attachment. Lots of different little functionalities that we could add to the site. And we'll definitely use a few of these things within the course of creating our blog. You can also, there's a ton of them in here, or you can create your own. It's some nice functionality. Our main posts will show up here. We can kind of click and drag different things, around as we see fit, to make the outlying structure fit our needs. This is a good basic format, so we can save the arrangement and look at that. The template here we can also play with a little bit. This gives us some options to be able to customize it. So I can come in here and I can add some different functionality. I can add a background image or things like that. I can adjust the width of different pieces. I can add different layout format here. For example, I might like that one a little bit better, and that would give us a different layout. And then some advanced, I can get in and work with individual colors, fonts, different pieces of the things. I can come in here and make my blog title an impact and make it a blue, or I can make the background header blue, things like that. So it gives us some nice functionality to really be able to customize it to be what we want it to be. Like I said, we'll probably at some point do a little bit of design work to put in a nice custom header here and a nice custom favicon that kind of meets the needs of our site, and go from there. But that's nice. Once we've decided what we wanted there, we'll apply to blog, and that should connect and make everything apply as we get in. So from there, I would want to go back to view blog. So this is what our blog looks like right now. And I can come in here and do some various things and come in and I can view my completed profile, or I can edit. Someone could follow me from here, so on. So some different things. Up here, I can put in a new post. Let's look at that real quick. A new post just gives us kind of a blank form that we can use to add some information, and that's nice. I can also go back into the design arena here, and that gets me back to this section and things like that. One thing to be aware of course, as we view the page and so on, it shows here in our stats. So you can see, I've been on and viewed the page 3 times, and that's why it's showing up here now. We also see that stat over here, and so some good things. Obviously we need to be aware when we're getting views and things like that. So this will help for sure. So that's kind of the basic setup. Now, over the course of this week, what I'm going to ask from you guys is continue on with your ideas for blogging. Get in and set up a Gmail account and a Blogger account for yourselves, and pick out a template and do a little work on kind of the basic design and layout of your blog, and kind of get familiar with Blogger a little bit this week. I think that will be a really good week for us. And so that's really all I wanted to cover with you today. So just some really basic information on Blogger. Next week, we'll actually get in and we'll connect our domain name, and I think we'll do a little bit of the design work on creating a design for our blog. So if you guys also wanted to spend a little time looking for some images, things that might be appropriate for our header space, again, that's our space up at the top. So it's going to be a little bit longer, kind of narrow image, and also maybe some appropriate images for our favicon, which is just a little square image like this right here. It would replace this little orange bee up at the top. So just a little square image there. We'll look at favicons and headers, do a little design work there, and talk about how to connect the domain name. So that's going to be next week. Let's go ahead and open up to any questions, and we can kind of go from there.